It's another K-Town beat.
YouTube. It's your boy, Mr. Outliner. I'm back. Brand new video. Another fade. I think this is another mid fade. We're gonna call it that. We're just gonna call it a ball fade, right? Because I did a mid fade video before this, I did drop fade video before that, and I'm introducing the new Wahl balding clipper, right? It's not new, but they just sent it to me. So I'm gonna show y'all how to work. I'm gonna put this thing to work, right? You know what I'm saying? Just the box that come in, just showing y'all a little unboxing of it. You know, it comes with a guard, so you can actually put a guard on here. So this clipper is good for balding, so you don't have to use your trimmers, right? Because some people use their trimmers like me. Now you see how close it is. It's like a 6-out, not a 5-out. You know, normally with blades they'll give you like a 5-out. This is a 6-out, so it's very close already. Now I'm not saying that you won't never have to use your trimmers to hit a little spot or two, but it really reduces the rate of how much you use your trimmers to bald, right? Because it does all the work for you. When I tell you this thing is smooth, it is smooth, right? And then I give you a close-up look on it a little later in the video. I'll show you. I think right after this I'll show you, but this is gonna make your bald fades. You see it right there. You see how close it is. And then I want to turn it around and show you the teeth of. You see how small those teeth are, right? The teeth being that small means it's getting that close. You know what I mean? It's grabbing all the hair really close. So, and you see how good the line is. Now, the other thing that this clipper is good for, why it comes with a guard, is because it's good for bulk cutting, right? So you can put a 1.5. The premium guards fit on it also. So you can put, you know, a 1.5 or 2, and you can use that, and it's gonna have it super. It's gonna be cut down. It's gonna go straight through the hair, and it's gonna be super neat, right? So, and you can also do shaping with this. So, like if you got an afro you want to cut, you know what I mean, something like that, or you know, just shaping period. You know, making it round or making it square, flat, whatever it is, you know, you can use this clipper also. So this is the normal thing. So we just doing what we normally do. We're making a guideline to start our bald fade, and you just want to make it as even as possible, right? Now this guy is a barber. I give away a free haircut. I'm showing you right here that the premium guards fit to the balding clipper. He's a barber. Every so often I give away a free haircut, you know, just depending on the day, what I got going on or whatever. So he was the recipient of a free haircut. He you know, found out who I was through one of the classes, and he been following me ever since. So right there before that, I used no guard, right, to make my first guideline. Then I come back with my 1.5 right here. The reason why I skipped the guard, because normally you can use the 1 guard. I use the 1.5 because I don't want to bring my fade up too high, right? So now I can work between the 1.5 and the guideline I made with no guard, right? So I'm working in between these areas because now I know exactly how high I can go and how low I can go, right? So this is creating, you know, a focal point for me. It is making it easier, right, to fade in between the two guidelines, a heavy thick guideline at the top and a low slight, you know, a low guideline at the bottom. So I know how to work in between this. Now, like I said, he's a barber, he's a student barber. So he was asking me about this half guard. He was like, man, I wanted to ask you exactly what is the half guard for. Now, I told him sometimes I don't really use the half guard, but on straight hair I do. Now, the half guard works between the first guideline and the guideline that you made with an open blade with no guard, right? So you working in between that. You really stand at the bottom, and it's just helping you blend a little bit easier, right? Now, like I told him, I can manipulate my clipper to not even use the half guard by the way that I angle it, right? But for some reason, for me on straight hair, sometimes it's necessary. It just depends on the texture of the hair, how it's laying, and things like that. Now, also after you come back with after the half guard, it's not going to clean the bottom line up, but it's going to make it very light like it did. And then all you have to do is come back with that same, blade open, and you work it all the way down till it's closed until you remove the line. Now you see that line coming out. You see me stretching the skin with my thumb. Like I tell y'all, you always have to use both of your hands. It seems like both of your hands supposed to be doing something. If it's not combing, it's holding, it's stretching, it's pulling, whatever you want to call it. It's got to be doing something. You know what I mean? Holding the head steady, whatever it is. Brushing like I'm doing right here. You have to use both hands if you're a beginner. Even I'm a veteran. I use both hands. You just have to use the corner of your blades to remove lines while stretching the skin. That's a must too. You see how easy this fade is? You see how it came out? The fade already popping, right? It's popping early in the game. You know what I'm saying? So another thing I wanted to show y'all straight hair. I know I don't put a lot of that on my channel because, like I was telling the young dude in my chair, sometimes think about this. So sometimes what you post a lot is the clients that you're going to get. So if you post all tapers, right, you're going to get a lot of clients that want tapers, right? If you cutting only straight hair, you're going to get most of your clients going to be straight hair. You're not going to get over curly like that. You know what I mean? You'll get a few, but you're not going to get the majority of your clientele comes by what you post. So I like to diversify my page sometimes, right? And I like to show you all different techniques. Now here, you have to incorporate clipper over comb to get that bulk off. That's me. Some people might use scissors or, shears, whatever you want to call them. And some people might want to use shear over comb. You can do that too. And you can wet it, but I think that this hair is short enough on top for me to blend into with clipper over comb, and that's what I'm doing right here. So this is a technique that you need to incorporate into your haircuts. Also makes it very easy because sometimes guards just don't do it. It'll take too much off, not enough off, create another big guideline, make it look more jagged, whatever it is. So I like to use clip over comb, and you see it falls down evenly and blends right into it. So yeah, so like I said, I'm teaching him at the same time. I know you really can't see me talking to him, but I'm giving him the game. He's a young barber. I want to see barbers do good in the barber industry. He telling me, hey man, I don't charge enough for haircuts. He telling me that I don't charge enough for haircuts. He feel like I should be $100. You know what I mean? Hey, I ain't knocking it now, but I feel like I got so many clients that I've been cutting for years, right? That I want to keep it in range where some of them can still keep up with me. So I got a medium. You know what I'm saying? So my haircuts are $40, right? Just a haircut. You get a beard trim, 45, enhancements, you get the $50, which is good. I'm not really tripping like that, but I know I can charge more, but I don't really necessarily want to in order to keep, some of my clients consistent, because your consistent clients is what pay your bills, right? So don't try to get too Hollywood too fast. Now, look at that fade. That fade is nice, right? Nice. So this is the look that you want to look and see the cleanness of the balding clipper. It made the haircut look that much better, right? On this side, I'm gonna speed it up. We do the exact same thing. I'm gonna show you the back. We doing the exact same thing. We working no guard right here, just like we using. I got a ceramic blade on there. If you peeping that out, yeah. And then I think this is my 1919. These are the 1919. So they similar to the seniors, but use the 1.5. I use the 1. I come back, clip over comb. You know how it go. But watch the video and I'll be right back. Now we get to the back, and it's pretty much the same thing. That's what I was trying to tell you, but I just wanted to show you because a lot of times I don't show the back. And somebody said in one of my previous videos, I asked, you know, what more do you want to see from me? They want to see the whole haircut. Sometimes I just don't really show the back because it's the exact same thing I did on the side. Now, you could just see how I kept everything intact, how it blends, how it flows, everything like that. So I wanted to show you that. I'm showing you now because people requested it, so I want you to see it, but I sped it up. I don't want to make super long videos where you get tired of watching it or you're not actually watching everything, you know what I mean? And I'm just talking through the whole video. So I try to drop y'all jewels more than just cutting hair, you know, some more stuff to look at also. But this is the back, this is how it's coming out, and we're gonna move right along to the edge of it. Now, another thing I want to show you, if you feel like, you know, all the hair is not cleaned up, you can use this balding clipper just like, you know, you do with an adjustable or your trimmers. And you can pick your little parts and use the corner of the blade, and it's going to clean it up good. You see what I'm doing right here? So I cleaned that fade up nice. It's bald, it's clean. It makes the, you know, transition look that much better. So also you can use them this way. So I'm just showing you how to use this clipper. It's really good. The only thing I don't like about this clipper, the only thing is it's not cordless. Come on, man. Now, to the edge up. Oh, well, before the edge up, I want to use this pomade. They sent me the pomade too. I want to show you how the pomade looks. It actually works pretty good. So it comes out clear. Boom. Put it in your hand. You want to like rub it in your hand. You want it to get warm, right? Because when it's warm, it's activating, you know, it's getting ready to be styled, right? So you see how good his hair is starting to look already. It gives it a little shine. It's going to hold. It got a nice hold. It's not too thick, and it smells good, right? So I recommend this. Like, you see this, and I don't do a lot of straight hair like I told you, but whenever I do straight hair, this is what I'm going to use. You see how good that is, right? Before the edge up, and I wanted to put it on before the edge up because sometimes when you do it, and this is my Mr.Outliner Detailer mist, sometimes when you do it, it kind of mess the edge up. So, you know, you want everything to be in place. So I further use my detailing mist to hold the front hairs in place. That's what this does. It locks it in and it dries it. It's going to give you a chance to give a crispy lineup, right? You're going to be able to give a crispy lineup with this. Right, so you brush the hair down, right, you got it in place, you start in the middle, boom. Now, I use no enhancements on this edge up to this point, right? I want to show you, I want you to pay attention to how his lineup looked before I actually put some enhancements on it. And he never had enhancements before. So me and him talked about it. And when I got done with it, he was like, wow, like this is the difference. And I'm telling him this is the difference between you getting $25 or $40, right? Just because you use a little enhancements. It's gonna be people that's gonna knock it. Cool, whatever you wanna do. But if you pay attention to the video and watch the look on his face after I do it and see his reaction and me knowing what he told me, like, and if you saw my Instagram, he put in his story that I added to my story, best haircut he ever had. And he cut his own hair, you know, whatever. So, you know, once a person cut their own hair, they pretty much know what their hair can do, what it can look like, how it could be better. I achieved all that, right? So anyway, you might look at it and say, hey, he don't even really need, you know, enhancements. And I ain't saying he need it, but it look better though. You know what I'm saying? If you got $1 million, you don't need $10,000, but you look better though. You know what I mean? 1 million and you can get another $1 million. You don't need it, but you look better though. right? So that's all it is, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. We create. This is a craft. Somebody jumped on my old video today and was like, "You cats is painting and drawing, and man, this ain't no painting. This straight haircut. All I'm doing is enhancing." Right now, look at the fade. Look at the line. This is all natural. No enhancements, and it look good. Straight up. When I put them enhancements on it though, you gonna look at them different. Believe that. And so we come back to the middle and we just finish them off. We go to the other side. We connect one side to make it look like the other side. I already knew I had to like bring the left side up just a little bit, but we got it. So now I want y'all to look at it with the enhancements. Like I said, he don't need it, but it look better, right? So as soon as we put the card here, we get our hair fiber. Boom, we hit it. We want it to still look natural. Boom, there it goes, right? It looks natural, right? It's not like overdone, right? And you want to spray just a little bit, tad bit, just to make everything look consistent, right? Right? You want everything to look consistent all the way through, right? Man, that pomade is hitting. I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah. So you want everything to look natural, right? And if you just so happen to spray too much, you can always come back with your comb and just the wide side of your comb and just fix it up. So you see that look natural. We just made the lighter lines heavier, right? So the line can come out super crisp, super short. That just look better. If it don't look better, tell me I'm lying in the comments. But you know, this actually just looks better, right? So like I said, you can use the wide part of your comb if you see a little piece, and like I just did, and then you just come back and you tap it the same way, right? And that's it right there. So you see how good that haircut look. Now that's like hitting. This is how you get the $40, right? But anyway, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease.